Well, we had chances, yeah. We had chances. We didn't take advantage of them. We had the bases loaded with no outs in the bottom of the ninth inning, and we did nothing. Lost the game 2-1. No, excuse me, 3-1 to the Boston Red Sox. Now they're up 1-0. Carlos Rodon on the mound has to win tomorrow. Box score. This Max Fried was real good. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 102 pitches. We were not good. Didn't get an out. 2 hits, 2 runs, walk. Terrible. Fernando Cruz came in, walk and a strikeout, and to clean up the rest of it for him. Devin Williams came in, had a clean inning. No, it's not on Aaron Boone. It's on the bullpen, Steven. The bullpen, Luke Weaver. We're blaming Aaron Boone. Luke Weaver didn't do his job. David Bednar came in. Mazon wasn't good either. Got 2 outs, 2 hits and 1 run and a strikeout. Tim Hill came in. Got the rest. Offensively, the Yankees had 7 hits. Paul Goldschmidt, 2 for 4. Aaron Judge, 2 for 4. Cody Bellinger, 1 for 4. Giancarlo Stanton, 0 for 4. No good. Rosario for 3. Jazz Chisholm, 0 for 1. Trent Grisham, 0 for 4. Anthony Volpe, 2 for 3 with the home run. Solo home run off Garrett Crochet. This is not on Aaron Boone. Max Fried had 102 pitches, folks. 102 pitches. I need to save him for the rest of the playoffs. Okay? Austin Wells 0 for 3. Jose Caballero 0 for 3. And that's it. That's it. Red Sox are up 1-0. Okay. Well, Paul Goldschmidt has a better batting average versus lefties than Ben Rice does. And he went 2 for 4 today. So, no, it's not on Aaron Boone. This is on Luke Weaver. He didn't do his job. Blaming Boone is such a weak cop-out. Luke Weaver did not do his job. He came in with the lead, and he coughed it up. That's a good question. Jazz and I'm not sure. Rosario wasn't doing much, so I wanted to get a little bit better defense at second base. I'm guessing, Carl. Batter by batter, our batters did not work the count. They made it easy for Garrett Crochet. That's on them. That's not on Aaron Boone. The bats did not come through. They didn't do the job. They didn't work the count. Okay. Max Fried had 102 pitches in 6 1/3. Right. Garrett Crochet went 7 2/3. 11 strikeouts. Our bats did not do their job. With the exception of 2 hits by Goldschmidt, a home run by Volpe, and 2 hits by Aaron Judge. Aside from that, nobody did whatever. Nobody did anything. Okay. Yeah, the lineup did not work the count. Now we got to rebound and come back tomorrow. Okay, we got to win tomorrow. Carlos Rodon's on the mound tomorrow. We have no excuse but to win. Nothing. They can't go to Thursday unless they win tomorrow. So, Fried had 102 pitches, folks. Okay, they're playing for October. Good for Ohtani. Luke Weaver did not do his job. That's his job. And again, everything's going to be scrutinized. You have to be that much better. And Luke Weaver was not. Fried was. But good for Cora. He's probably going to win the Cy Young Award. He's also a bulldog. He's a horse. Okay. Who cares? You come out and throw 102 pitches in playoffs. Okay? No, Boone did not blow this. Weaver blew this. Luke Weaver. He didn't do his job. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, they have to win tomorrow. They don't. That's it. They have to win tomorrow. And Freed was not as dominant as Garrett Crochet. Yeah, they have to win tomorrow or it's over. No, it doesn't, Brandon. In a different direction. What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? Luke Weaver didn't do his job, and now the Yankees have to go in a different direction. What are you talking about? No, the manager's not going to go if the Yankees don't win. They were expected to be like a fourth place team. Remember all that talk from the beat writers and all the Fairweather fans and Fairweather channels? They were supposed to be a fourth place team without Juan Soto. They won the same amount of games without him. They won the same amount of games without Garrett Cole, without Oswaldo Cabrera, without half the bullpen, without 60% of the rotation. They won the same amount of games. And you think Boone's going to get fired? No. The Red Sox did get the close calls. There were some questionable strikes. But nothing we can do now. That's what the Fairweather fans do. They wait until the Yankees lose and then they come and invade the chat and say, I told you this, they got to fire. It's the same thing all the time. They bring nothing to the conversation. Nothing. Our offense was totally impatient. Totally impatient. I'll stick up for Aaron Boone because it wasn't his fault, Robert. Luke Weaver didn't do his job. And the offense didn't do their job. With the exception of 2 hits from Goldschmidt, 2 hits from what do you call it? Judge, and a home run from Anthony Volpe, the rest of the bats didn't do anything. But what did we expect to score 8 runs against Garrett Crochet? Nobody scores 8 runs against Garrett Crochet. Nobody. Just like Tarek Skubal earlier. They weren't going to hit the guy. He was just as dominant as Tarek Skubal was. Hmm? I've said the same thing. They got to work the count against Crochet. We got to get him out of the game. Can't go from him to Chapman. And Chapman gave him the opportunity. Load up the damn bases in the 9th inning. They did absolutely nothing. Nothing. They went from patient to impatient. That's on the team. Yeah, that's on the players, not on Aaron Boone. No, because he didn't lose in the game, Pixel Man. The bullpen did. Luke Weaver. And the offense didn't do anything. Who gave up the runs? Was Boone on the mound? No, Luke Weaver was. No, Freed had more than 100 pitches, Pixel Man. Do you fact check anything? Fact check first before you can make a comment like that. Fact check. Freed was phenomenal. Well, Crochet was more phenomenal. Both of them were dominant. Ace pitching performances, no doubt about it, on both sides. The fire Boone is such a weak cop out. Come on. No Reggie. Okay. You'll see. It sounds like you're this guy. That's me. Okay. My name is not this guy, Reggie. Okay. Why don't you come on the screen? I'll give you the link. Want to come on screen? Yeah, this is what happens, right? One off game, they didn't do nothing, and fans turn on the guy. Stanton was a monster the last 3 months of the season. This is what happens when you go up against the best pitcher in the American League. Okay, him and Tarek Skubal, 1 and 2, best pitchers in the American League. Nobody pounds Skubal this year. Nobody's really pounding Crochet. Neither one of them. Skubal dominated the Guardians early with 14 strikeouts. Well, exactly. We're on 8-game winning streak too. Yeah. Do you think the Red Sox were not going to be ready for us? They were going to be ready for us. Volpe got to Crochet, and Crochet made adjustments and shut them down the rest of the way. Period. That's playoff baseball. No, it's not over yet, Brooks. We got a game tomorrow. Do I give Boone? Yeah, I give Boone credit when he does good, but I don't sit around trashing the guy either, especially when he's not here to defend himself. Other channels do that all the time. You got dudes that never play the game running these channels. That's all they do is trash people all the time, making it sound like it's easy. So they just come in and score. He runs off the best pitcher in American League. Like these guys couldn't even hit high school pitching, and they were trashing Major League Baseball players. We have deeper offenses now, NJ Ambassador. Deeper offense. It's harder to go deep to throw complete games now. I've criticized him, Steamy Pro. I just don't trash him. Okay, there's a difference between criticizing and trashing, like so many people do. Trash him, right? I'm Colin Palvis. Okay, I just don't trash the boy. It is pointless. It is weak. Okay? No, it has nothing to do with being out coaching Blake. Luke Weaver didn't do his job. Okay, we had the best pitcher in the American League missed a year. Garrett Cole missed the whole entire year. Yeah, Weaver did not have it tonight. That's on him. That's not on Aaron Boone. I don't think Weaver or Devin Williams come back. The Yankees need to add a couple of relievers this offseason. We've talked about that too. I've criticized him, Semi Pro. Okay. Strawman arguments. No, I just tell you like it is. Okay. I don't do talking points and narratives like all the other channels do. I don't do that. I don't do the Twitter hot takes. I don't do that either. I stick with the facts. Okay. There's a difference between criticizing and trashing. No, Steamy Pro. It's not a straw man. It's facts. You ever heard of those things? Facts? Hmm? Oh, I'm fine, Donald Barton. I'm fine. Yeah. Yeah, Rodon's got to bring it tomorrow. And who we're facing Brian Brello, I think. No. I think Weaver and Williams are gone after this offseason. I don't know if you know the definition of facts, Steamy Pro. Why don't you come on the screen? Let's talk about it. I'll give you the link. Yeah, it's all the time, Ken. You know, when the Yankees lose, the trolls come out. So Max was fantastic, but so was Garrett Crochet. There's no denying that. And the Red Sox took advantage of clutch hits where the Yankees did not. Cold ticket BS. I'm not sure what that is, but thanks for the super chat there, Z Corp. Judge had 2 hits today, so Judge did his thing. So did Paul Goldschmidt. But I think Ben Rice will be in there tomorrow because Brian Bell's a righty pitcher. So Rice will be in there tomorrow, and so will um, who Jazz Chisholm will start tomorrow too. I'm guessing. hmm Judge was good in last year's World Series. Yeah. What could New York have done once the bags were full in ninth? They could have worked the count more. They could have bunted, tried to manufacture a run, and whoever was on third could have tagged up when who hit that fly ball and to make the first out to right field. They could have tagged up from third, but they didn't even do that. Thank you again, Zeeb Corp. Appreciate the super chats. Yeah, Brandon. I mean, Judge had 2 hits today. Goldschmidt also had 2 hits. But like I said, and they already said that too. Goldschmidt will play against lefty starters. Rice will play against righty starters. Pinch run for yeah. Well, Goldie was at third base. I mean, excuse me, was at second base. So if they had a base hit, and I was even told my wife that if they got a base hit, he wouldn't have scored from second. But we had Stanton up, struck out. Goldschmidt, Grisham struck out. They did nothing. Nothing. Yep. You got to change your approach. You're seeing, yeah, they had to change their approach in the ninth inning with the bases loaded. They do. Put the ball on the ground. Bunt. Try to score the freaking lead run. Create some kind of momentum. But they didn't do that. No, they went for the swing, the stars. Went for the stars. And then all of a sudden, Aroldis Chapman went from 95 miles an hour to 101 miles an hour. I don't know if you noticed that too. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Stanton he didn't look good tonight. He did not. He didn't. Not enough professional hitters. Yeah, I don't think that's a good take. They're one of the best offenses in all baseball. They just didn't hit tonight. That's a good question, Carl. I would have subbed. I mean, I would put Rice at second base just to get him in there. Sure. I would have put Dominguez in there for something. Get some speed on the base paths. Yeah, pinch run or something. And they even made Crochet. Was it Crochet? Crochet balk, and he balked the runner over. Or was that Chapman? No, Crochet. I think it was right. Yeah. Yeah, the Yankees need to come back up with a vengeance tomorrow. So, yeah. Mm. Judge had a good day today, Benji. He had a good game. Yeah, Chapman, right? Okay, I forgot. I thought it was Chapman. Yeah, it's not over yet. I don't know. I don't know what the matchups were. I'm not sure what the matchups were. Well, we need to do something and not rely on Stanton to be hot tomorrow. We need other guys to step up too. We do. So it doesn't have to be lots of home runs. We just need to jump on this guy Bello tomorrow. Work the count. Try to get him to 100 pitches through the fourth inning. Right? Yeah, Volpe had a good day too. He said a home run. Yeah, opposite field off Crochet. He had a good day. He's been good in the postseason for the Yankees, Volpe. He has. And Rice and Jazz, I think, will start tomorrow, Beagle. No, Stanton struck out with the bases loaded in the ninth inning. So did Grisham. Our two prominent power bats aside from Judge, both struck out in the ninth inning. Right, but now and again, look at Chapman threw 100, 101 to Grisham to strike him out, and then he struck out Stanton with a 95-mile-an-hour slider. Like he makes the nastiest pitches against the Yankees, but he didn't do that when he was here with the Yankees. Right, so. Mhm. The Mets. Not even worth talking about the Mets. A joke. Yoshida's a sneaky good hitter. He's the guy that got to Weaver today. Yeah. I don't know why people are complaining about the Yankees sitting Ben Rice. Goldschmidt had 2 hits. Goldschmidt, and he played good defense. So Goldschmidt, if he was 0 for 4 or 4 strikeouts, I would have been like, okay. But Goldschmidt was fine. Yeah, Bregman. Bednar did not pitch that well tonight either. Who has a tougher path to reach the World Series? Probably the Dodgers. But I don't know. I've been saying it for months. Don't sleep on the Red Sox. Been saying it for months. Right? Dude, why don't you piss off? Harphones, all right? Go piss off, dude. You think I care about what Michael K says? Michael K's never played the game. I don't give a damn what K says. Fried had 102 pitches, Luis Vasquez. 102 pitches. And he was getting less crisp as the game went on. This is pretty easy to explain. And they thought Luke Weaver's been pretty good recently. Okay? With the exception of 1 or 2 outings. But did they expect that to happen? No, but it did. That was pretty easy to see. 102 pitches into the 7th inning. Especially if they were going to keep going, they need to use him every 5th day. So they have to make sure he recovers too. And about Frankie, Yankees pivoted off Juan Soto. So Yankees pivoted off Juan Soto like that. And they won the same amount of games this year than they did when they had Soto last year. Same amount of games. And Soto is watching the playoffs from home, not playing in the playoffs. No. I think Weaver's probably gone. I think Devin Williams is probably gone too. Devin Williams is better than Weaver tonight. But there's no guarantee bringing in Hill would have not done that too. There's no guarantee. It happened. And this, the excuse is why didn't Boone bring in Hill instead of Weaver? This is a cop out of blaming Boone. Weaver did not do his job. It is okay to say that. Hmm? Francesca, yeah, yeah. I don't pay attention. I don't listen to him or Sal Licata. I don't listen to um, any of these guys. So yeah. Soto took out the Mets. Bow boy took out the Mets. Yeah, I would agree, Rob. If Chapman was pitching that for the Yankees, he would have probably blown it. Yeah. I don't think Goldie's going to play tomorrow, Pixel. I think Ben Rice will be in there tomorrow because the starter's a right-handed pitcher. So Soto's running for Red Sox. Good for him. But it's amazing how people automatically blame Aaron Boone. They might start a scar tomorrow. They might. You never know. Mm. I think Gildeal's gone after this year too, Rob. I think Ben Rice is going to take over first base. Yeah. Boone's, well, yeah. I put them in the World Series in 2003. It is Luke Weaver didn't do his job. He's the guy that coughed it up. Mm. But I know people on Twitter and other YouTube channels will figure out a way to blame Aaron Boone all the time instead of just saying that player didn't do his job. Even the player they like didn't do his job. Let's just blame Aaron Boone because that's the easy thing to do. Makes us feel better at night. Makes us feel manly. Alpha male, right? Our bats need to step up too, Lorenzo. Our bats didn't do much tonight. We didn't. Our bats didn't work the counts. Counselor, yeah, there he is. So we'll see. I mean, the Cubs won today. They won 3-1 over the Padres. The Tigers won 2-1 over the Guardians. So no big scoring games. And the Dodgers are up 1-0 right now on the Cincinnati Reds in the third inning. Blake Snell versus it's Hunter Green, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, after that Volpe home run, we didn't have anything after that. They have to build on that, man. Like get guys on base after that, right? Like we had 3 consecutive hits in the ninth inning, loaded the bases, and then we had what 3 consecutive strikeouts after that to finish the game. Hmm. Offense had opportunities, but they didn't have the Crochet made pitches. Chapman made pitches. And keep in mind, Chapman this year, we're going from the Cy Young Award winner to probably the best reliever in baseball in one game, in the same game. Okay, I rolled his Chapman stats. Okay, just to put it in perspective, this year, this is Aroldis Chapman stats this year. He was 5-3 with a 1.17 ERA. 1.17 ERA, which is complete insanity. Right? 85 strikeouts in 61 innings pitched. There wasn't a reliever in baseball that was as dominant as Aroldis Chapman. Not one. 2 strikeouts and a fly. That's right. Yeah. Ben Rice will be in there tomorrow. Ben Rice will be in there tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they do. That's what they do. 8-5 Yankees tomorrow. Sign me up for that, man. They got to hit him. And then it's going to be Cam Schlittler versus probably that other guy, Peyton Tolley, that rookie prospect that the Red Sox called up about a month ago. Top flight rookie. So it'll most likely be rookie versus rookie now that Lucas Giolito's out for the rest of the season. So with an elbow problem. Yankees in 3. You could be right, Mazza. It could go 3, man. Yes, Luke Weaver blew it. That's he's the guy that was in that. You know, Max Fried got the first out, ran to first, catch a ball intercepted by Paul Goldschmidt. He left with the bases empty, and Luke Weaver came in, put guys on, gave up 2 runs, all Luke Weaver. So, but I know we're used to saying Weaver's so much better than Devin Williams. Weaver's so much better than Devin Williams. And then when Weaver does what he does tonight, what do? We blame Aaron Boone. He could go to the Mets. Add him to Clay Holmes. You never know. He'll probably get a Clay Holmes type contract. My guess. Yeah, Max Fried and Garrett Crochet were both amazing. They really, really were. And yeah, Bregman, they still have this stink of the Houston Astros cheating scandal on them. Yes, they do. They were both culprits. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Leftovers. Exactly, Siciliano. Huh? I'm sure. Fried had 102 pitches, and he was getting less sharp. So Bregman, he doesn't have a Hall of Fame career. His career is not good enough to get into the Hall of Fame right now. Not even close. Garrett Crochet is probably going to win the Cy Young, McMahon. My guess. Well, exactly. We will not have to face Crochet. There's that. But if we go to Toronto, then we got face that lineup, and we'll have to be a different plan of attack against the Toronto Blue Jays. But tomorrow is a must-win. If they don't win tomorrow, it's all over. Yeah, Crochet like 7 pitches, and then he went 5 in the next. And like Yankees bats did not exercise patience after that Volpe home run. They stopped being patient. Yeah, they were aggressive on the base pass. Exactly what the Yankees needed to do, Yassine. Yeah, 100%. And they also got they got a blue pit, like over the first base. Like, they had a couple of hits that they got some lucky breaks with some of the hits. Like, the hits that the Yankees got, they hit them pretty hard to the outfielders. So, like, I can't see Volpe trying to stretch out a single into the double when he hit the ball so hard to the outfield. He would have been thrown out. So, way too much swinging for the first pitch. Yeah, man. Well, they have to be patient. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. When he stole second, he made Chapman balk because it was a third time he tried to throw it over to first base, and that's an automatic balk. No. Yeah. He is a trash can banger. Exactly. Public trash cans, exactly. Waste management. Hope he doesn't work for the government because that's going to get shut down tonight. Hope Waste Management is not a government company. Yeah, it's got to be tomorrow, so it's got to be. Yeah. Happy early birthday to your dad, Matthew. Happy early birthday to your dad. Yeah, all the playoff games have been close games today. Yes, I've seen low scoring close games. Hmm. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Everybody plays the same tomorrow, and everybody plays the same game on Thursday. So it's 3 consecutive days of 4 games in a row at the same time. So Yankees play tomorrow at 6 a.m. as well. 6 p.m. No. Yeah, good defense by Caballero. 100%. Is he? Uh, no surprise. A cheater, so no surprise. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see, brother Bill. I don't know if Jazz 30-30. We'll see what he does next year. Like if he plays well enough to justify trying to trade George Lombard, but they also drafted some other guys too. Dax Kilby, Keenan Kent, like they drafted some other guys who can potentially be good infielders too. So Dev the Devastator. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You know, whatever. Judge was 2 for 4 today, Ciliano. He was 2 for 4. Yeah, Joe Dave Portnoy. He comes in here. Yeah. We did beat Bella and Fenway, yeah. So we have to beat him tomorrow night. We have to have no choice. We have to beat him. We have to beat him in the bullpen. Left and center. My guess is Cody Bellinger will be back, but Grisham will not. That's my guess. But you never know. Judge had 2 hits today. He did his job. And he made some good plays, good catches in the outfield too. The Mets, I doubt it. I doubt the Mets get Bellinger. I do think they're gonna lose Pete Alonso though. I doubt it, Mike Boone. I doubt Boone gets fired even if they lose tomorrow. Doubt it, Matthew. They don't win. Why do they need a new manager? So what? It says that Rice is not the reason they lost. Like Paul Goldschmidt was 2 for 4. We have to come up with. We have to look at that. Like the easy excuse is, oh, they lost because they didn't have Ben Rice in there. Had he been in there and gone 0 for 4, with the Goldschmidt going 2 for 4, then what are we talking about? He got us to the World Series last year. Matthew's like, we were in the World Series last year. We were in the World Series last year, and we got into the World Series. You know how hard it is to win the World Series. Of the 8 years that he's been here, he's gotten us to the playoffs 7 of them, and we did win 94 games without Cole, without Juan Soto, without Oswaldo Cabrera, missing Karshman for half a year, Louis Hill for half a year, but Stanton for half the year, and he still won 94 games. How did Boone sell his soul to hit that walk off? What does that mean? I don't understand that. We haven't won a ring since 2000. And you think it's that easy to win a ring? When's the last time the Mets won? 1986. Almost 40 years. It's not that easy, Matthews. For my guess, they got to add two good relievers. Wink. At least two good relievers. No, we don't need Girardi back. But it's a constant blame Boone. It's just there are trans. What does that mean? Anthony, I don't know what that means. Joe Girardi inherited the biggest free agent class ever, inherited the core four, won the World Series his first year, never won one again. So how exactly was he good after that? Boone never had inherited a roster that good. A lot of people. Who's a lot of people? Look, the Red Sox had an advantage there with Garrett Crochet. Small one, but he had an advantage. He was going to the Cy Young. Yep. Dodgers up 4-0. Yeah, there you go. Good for the Dodgers. They're playing in LA too, right? Yeah. Dodgers 4-0. Teoscar 3-run home run. All right, cool. I would add two or three relievers, Jonathan. I'd re-sign Bellinger. I'd let Grisham walk with a qualifying offer. And decide on who's going to be the other outfielder that play with Cody Bellinger. Back-to-back home runs, 5-0 now. National League is stronger. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I would look to trade Dominguez for pitching. We've talked about that too, Jonathan. He's one of the few people that can extract some good value back. This is not an Aaron Boone thing. Luke Weaver blew this, not Aaron Boone. Exactly, Eddie. Yeah, I mean, it's really not that. There's a lot of perspective that people don't have. Either because they never played the game or they listen to these channels that just peddle nothing but Boone hating, trashing all the time. These people have never played baseball ever at a high level. Don't have a clue about the game, but that's what they do. Blame people, talk tough, blame people. Say anything all the time, trashing people all the time. Twitter talking points, narratives, blah, blah, blah. Right? Yeah. Without Cole, without Soto, without Oswaldo Cabrera, without Stanton for half the season. We lost Clark Schmidt for the second half of the season. We didn't have Louis Silva for the first half of the season. So, Baltimore. Yeah, Boone's an easy cop out. This is the one or two channels that peddle constant Boone hate all the time. Same garbage they peddle all the time. Has a wild card season? I think so, yeah. Yep, you can judge. Judge's arm's still not 100%. Still not. unfortunately, but it is what it is, right? Mhm. I don't think any other manager would have gotten them further this year so far. More wins despite all the injuries. There's no guarantee anybody would have. Not even Joe Torre. No guarantee he would have done it either. It's amazing how people spend so much energy trashing Aaron Boone. Like, it's amazing. He does know his personnel, CeeLo. Max Fried was at 102 pitches. Stopped getting sharp, so you had to take him out. Okay, he knows his personnel. It's Weaver's job. Now, the players have a thick skin. We need these fair weather fan content creators to develop a thick skin because that's all they do is trash people and they can't handle being called out on it. Play the victim right away. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we'll have a more lefty balanced lineup tomorrow, no doubt. We might see Dominguez in there tomorrow too, maybe. Yeah, it's 170 pitches, 100 miles an hour. The guy is on. He's on right now. He is the top guy in the American League. Yeah, the people blame him for exactly, Beagle, and that includes the content creators and fans. Especially when they ask Boone like, put this guy in or Cashman, make this trade. Then he makes the trade, and then the trade doesn't work. And what do? They blame Cashman for making the trade. The same trade that they asked him to make. And they'll take zero responsibility for asking it, zero ownership. They won't even say, "Yeah, I asked him to make that trade. I was wrong." They don't do that. Their egos don't let them admit when they're wrong. They're constantly patting themselves on the back, talking about how great they are. It's such a joke. But that's what they do. We're the best. You don't agree with us, you're not a real fan. Don't tell me how to fan while I'm telling them how to do their jobs. Okay? There's a lot of armchair jams and light armchair. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, Eddie. Hmm? This is what it is. And because I call it out, they say, I'm a Boone apologist, I'm a Cashman apologist, and blah blah blah. Yeah, not a smart management. I would disagree with that, man. It's one of the highest winning percentages of all time in managers. It's like 10th all time in baseball. So a manager winning percentage. Hmm. Those are actions. So but I know the Yankee fan community. It's if you don't win a World Series, you ain't done anything. That's the narrative that we've been fed for decades now. So, oh yeah, yes they would, Eddie. Uh, Unfortunately, they get compared to Joe Torre and Joe Girardi and some of the other folks. So, it just comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. Yes, it does. But it is what it is. Pinch runner for Goldie was on second. There was a runner at third, and our bats didn't do anything. So even if they had a pinch runner, even if you had Jason Dominguez pinch running for Goldie, and our batters didn't do anything, it wouldn't have mattered, right? But I said the same thing. Pinch run for Goldie would have probably been a good idea because if you did get a single, then the faster guy would have scored from second. Goldie would have not have scored from second, right? No, Stefan LeBron. I don't love everything he does. Okay, you're just like this little fair weather fan trolls. So yeah, putting words in my mouth doesn't work, Stefan. Especially when you can't back it up. As soon as he gets up, everyone, I don't know about that. Everyone felt the same that way about Devin Williams, and he proved a lot of people wrong. CeeLo, right? Best managers raise that trophy above their heads. Yeah, yeah. Boone backs what up? Could you do better, Stefan? Have you applied for the job? If not, I know somebody who works for the Yankees. You can apply. I'll get your application filled out. Otherwise, just get out of here, dude. Yeah, Judge, 2 hits today. Yes, he does. Yeah, probably a belly single, man. Yeah, that like fell in between left field and center field. There was hit in the right spot. Hmm. Give me your address, Stefan. I'll get it mailed to you, and then you can fill it out, and they'll laugh at your face, and they'll say no, but you can try anyway. Yep, Mariano Rivera blew it several times. 2001, blew Game 7 of the World Series. Yep, 1997, blew that game off the Cleveland Indians. That would have put them in the World Series. Blew that one too. Oh, yeah. Make sure you bring your resume. If you go to college, grad school, you have a graduate degree or a college degree. If you don't, then I'm going to look at you. Do you have a college degree or graduate degree, Stefan? Ask you a question. Have you played baseball at a high level? Oh, yeah. From what school? What school did you play for? And you have a graduate degree too, Stefan? Boone has what? Answer the question, dude. Quit pivoting to these weak talking points. I didn't say it didn't count. You play at a high level. Do you have stats we can look up right now? Credible stats? Of course it is. Easy to say, guess. 100%, Eddie. I have not a problem with community college. Not at all. No, we're not done, Yankees fan. We play tomorrow. I'm not asking if you played professional baseball. I'm asking if you have college stats or community college stats so we can look up. Okay. Exactly, Skinny. I went to the University of the United States. It's so small we don't even have a basketball team. Yeah, Rodon's got the season on his shoulders tomorrow. He knows. He knows. Freed did his job. Barbara Pun did not. Right? Yep, we need a 3-game winning streak is right. Quell, that's right. Yep. We beat the Red Sox a couple weeks ago. 2 out of 3 in Fenway, so we just have to do it again in Yankee Stadium now. So you didn't play baseball still, so you didn't play baseball, you played basketball. Basketball doesn't give you a baseball player perspective. Okay. Attaboy, Joe Brown. Celebrate on. Unfortunately, all the games are at Yankee Stadium, Eddie. Every single game is at Yankee Stadium. All 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Boone is forced to use analytics. He's forced to. Yeah, all the games are at the same stadium. I mean, all 4 of the playoff games, all the teams, they're all the same. Yeah, that's why they're playing 3 consecutive games, also like 3 consecutive days, all 4 series because they're all the same stadium. Yeah, I didn't know that either until I looked it up today. But it gives us an advantage. Yeah, I mean, so we gotta come through. There's no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. 100%. We have no choice. This season rides on Rodon's shoulders tomorrow, and if we win tomorrow, it's going to ride on Cam Schiller's shoulder Wednesday. I mean Thursday. Who's the problem? Why they can't finish? Maybe the players. That's their job. They just got paid. These guys get paid millions of dollars to play the sport. Why be a fair weather fan? Why blame Boone for stuff that is the players are responsible for? It's like it's not little league. These guys, this is their job. This is their career. Yeah, Cam at home. That's what we're hearing right now, Eddie. Yeah, Cam at home. Mm-hmm. No, the Mets didn't fall because, I mean, the Mets fell because their team didn't come through. It's their job. We got fed this baloney bullcrap all year, right? That we're going to be a championship team because they got Juan Soto. They're not even in the playoffs. Yeah, Goldschmidt or Ben Rice. Goldschmidt was 2 for 4 today, and he has a better average against lefties than Ben Rice does. That was an easy one. And Ahmed Rosario is better against lefties than Jazz was. That's why we're in there. Tomorrow they're going to be righty stars, so you're going to see Ben Rice, and then you'll see Jazz starting tomorrow too. Goldschmidt was 2 for 4 today. Played good defense too. It's Bello tomorrow, yeah. So our lineup will have more lefties in it tomorrow. Hottest hitters, Rosario. He had a 700 batting average against Garrett Crochet. Better than anybody in the team. That's why he was in there. And Goldschmidt was 2 for 4. So talking points don't change that. But I do think, I think Rice starts tomorrow against Bello, against the righty pitcher. Yep. And they said that before the season started. Goldie was going to hit lefties and Schmidt was going to hit righties. How did it work out tonight? Goldschmidt was 2 for 4. Well, it worked out pretty nicely, Stefan. Yeah. 2-4, good defense. Yeah, it was good. I do. Yeah, I think Goldie's gone too. I agree. Good stuff. Traded Soto for a custodian. Ahmed didn't do anything. Neither did Jazz. Neither did Stanton. Neither did anybody else. So that doesn't matter. Jazz didn't do anything either. Yep. Goldie was good. And Ahmed Rosario was good with the defense too. Yep. And Ahmed put the ball in play. He didn't strike out a bunch of times. Like Stanton, like some of these other guys did. Like Grisham. What did Grisham strike out 3 times today? I wouldn't waste my time complaining about Rosario. Grisham did nothing. Stanton did nothing. We're going to stand here complaining about Ahmed Rosario because some beat writers and some other content creators are. Huh? That's what they did. Ask them that, Stefan. Don't ask me. Rosario put the ball in play a couple times. Yeah. What do you think? Ben Rice is going to come in and hit 3 home runs off of Crochet? Wasn't going to happen. That's a baseball. You know, in the playoffs, you go with matchups. Oh, I mean, I was hoping for a walk-off grand slam from Big G. Yeah, I mean, Goldschmidt had 2 hits. Judge had 2 hits. Volpe had 2 hits. And a home run. Volpe. Those 3 guys are the guys that hit Garrett Crochet. And then Cody Bellinger got a hit too. I think you're going to find, Stefan, that the people on this here answer and ask high-level questions. We don't really do many talking points and narratives and Twitter baloney. Ahmed was batted 700 against Crochet. That's not an analytical failure. He just didn't come through today. How is it an analytical failure? He was in there. Yeah. No, not really, Stefan. But using talking points from other people, and I ask people this all the time, is this your position or are you using other people's talking points? We know when people are using talking points from Twitter or talking points from other channels because they bring them on here all the time and we pick them apart right away, Stefan. So it's not attacking against you. This is what people do here. This is what people do here. We don't do propaganda here. We don't do tantrums and crybaby stuff either. We don't do any of that stuff. Okay? I'm not answering. I'm answering your questions. I'm not defensive at all. No, they're not finished. You might be finished, but the Yankees aren't finished. I didn't say you. I said other people do it all the time, Esteban. People come here with Twitter talking points all the time. They'll wait and see what someone says on Twitter or the YouTube channel. And they'll say, like the common stuff today, why did they go with Goldschmidt over Rice? because of what Goldschmidt did tonight. Why did we play Rosario? Well, he was batting 700 against Crochet, right? We know these things ahead of time. We prepare for pretty much everything here. I'm just giving you a polite heads up, Estefan. We expect, like, with this, you know, good concrete conversation here. They stuck on him because he batted 700 versus Crochet. And then they replaced him with Jazz, and Jazz did nothing. So how was that an analytical failure, Joe? Just out of curiosity? Yeah, and I explained this, Stefan, because Goldschmidt had a better record against Crochet, and he confirmed it today with 2 hits, right? So that's why you can't play both of them at the same position. So he's going to be in there tomorrow, and hopefully he. I understand what you're saying too, Stefan. Okay, but the stats are the stats, unfortunately, and this is what we rely on, right? Our batters did not work the counts, 100% with that. They did not work the counts, and they should have. After Volpe, he just mowed through after once Volpe hit that home run, he mowed through everybody like that. It was like he was throwing a no hitter. Ridiculous. Yeah, I think we'll win tomorrow, Yankee fan. Yes, I do. I don't quit on my team like other people do. And he was losing command at 102. Yes, he was. That's why I said it like 4 times today, Anthony. And he was getting less sharp, where Crochet was getting more sharp. That's another reason why he was taken out. Hot bats don't always stay hot. Hot pitching shuts down hot bats. Stanton's had a hot bat, got shut down. Grisham, hot bat, got shut down. That's what happens when you face Cy Young Award winner. What would I have changed? I would have worked the counts as a bat. I would have worked the count more. As hitters, I would have worked the count. I would have tried to put the ball in play. I would have tried to bunt people over. Right? No, but you're entitled to your opinion. You're a Yankee fan. Are you even a Yankee fan? Are you a Mets fan posing as a Yankee fan, or a Red Sox fan posing as a Yankee fan? Just out of curiosity. So what's say about Boone again? What? What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why. That's one thing I would have changed. I would have worked the count. Working a count is one thing that the bats did not do today, Stefan. I agree with you 100%. And it's going to be. It sounds like they're going to go Peyton Tolle. Peyton Tolle for Boston for Game 3. He's on the 26-man roster. Yeah, they had to get Crochet's pitch count up, and they had to raise havoc on the base paths. Like, we needed Rosario to get on base today, but he didn't do that. He didn't do that. So it's time for the Yankees to win tomorrow. You have no choice. No choice, right? Yes, Yankees fan. What? And early they worked the count, yeah, and then they stopped once Anthony Volpe hit a home run. He made adjustments and he got ahead of them all the time instead of the other way around. And he's going to win the Cy Young, Crochet. And you went from the best starter in baseball to the best closer in baseball. Had nothing in between. Two power lefties. Hmm. Who do I trust in the bullpen right now? Devin Williams. Trust him most. And Tim Hill. What mistakes, Intel? Weaver's the one that messed up tonight. Devin was very good. He's much better right now than he has been before. And I don't know if anybody notices, but his ERA is like high fours, but batters hit like 190 against him. Yankee bullpen, man, both of the bullpens need work. Both of them need work. That's Weaver's job, Intel. That's his job. He didn't come through. The sponsor, that's a good question, Rob. I'm not sure. No, Boone's not getting fired. Despite what a lot of people want. He's not getting fired. Yeah, Weaver cannot be walking hitters. That's right. Bruce Bochy or Bob Mel. Why? Why? He wasn't pulled early, Theo. He had 102 pitches in the seventh. He was getting less sharp. That's not early. No, I asked you why, not why not. That's not an answer. Why? What makes them better? And what makes them a good fit here? Since you mentioned them, I'm asking you why. Bruce Bochy, that you got to do better than that. What makes him a good fit here? Why did he get fired from Texas Rangers? Well, Crochet's a bulldog. He's a workhorse, man. Yeah, Freed did his job, man. Yes, he most certainly did. Who's Bill Madden? Better than Boone. That's not really an argument. What makes him a bit fit here? I asked you, a Yankee fan. What makes them a better fit here? No, they're not better than. Your opinion is they're better than Boone. What makes them a bit fit here? What makes Bob Melvin a better fit here than Aaron Boone? How do you know Bruce Bochy would be? He just got fired from Texas Rangers. How do you know he'd be able to win here? And how would they even hire him? Because he won't. He will not use analytics. You don't know that, Yankee fan, that he wouldn't make the same mistakes. He has to coach differently here. That's the way that it is. Okay. You realize he'd have to deal with analytics the way Boone does, right? He can't overrule analytics. You do realize that, right? Yeah. And that's nah. Let's be real. That's an opinion. That's a talking point, Yankee fan. Let's be real. That's a talking point. Okay. You might have seen enough Boone. You might have seen enough of Boone. What's so great? He doesn't give up on the team like you do. Hmm. Bullpen needs to get. Yeah, they need to add some relievers this offseason. Some good ones. No, Bochy have never won a World Series with us. Neither has Bob Melvin. Yankee fan. Mhm. Oh, Joe Madden. Well, he got fired from the Cubs, man. He got fired from the Rays. Like, yeah, 94 wins with 3 starters out. Yep. A couple of relievers out. Oswaldo Cabrera, Stanton for half the year. Constantly gets on. Yeah, whatever you say, Yankees fan. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. You apply for the job. Apply for the job. I don't mind them playing NFL Stadium if they have to. You see, if they have to, I don't mind. Yeah, the Angels fired Madden too. Yeah, he got fired from 3 Cubs by 3 teams. Yeah, then apply for the job, Yankees fan. Apply for the job, man. Since it's so easy, apply for the job. Exactly. Yankee fan to take over. Exactly, Fish. He was relieved of his duties, and he was offered a job as an advisor. He was relieved of his duties as manager. So you can say relieved of his duties or fired or whatever. He's not coming back as a manager. The Jets, while losing Elijah Vera Tucker, did not help. They need more protection on the offensive line to protect Justin Fields because he's got a high ceiling, but we got to protect him. We're not protecting him enough, and our defense keeps giving up big plays. Way too many penalties, so they gotta cut down on the penalties, big time with the Jets. Not hitting in scoring position is a player's problem. That's their job. Tyree, yeah, yeah. Jets are kind of rebuilding a little bit. They are, but they're not really putting Aaron Glenn in a position to win right now. They're just hamstring him. Right. Okay. Yankee players don't really complain about Boone. Yeah. What's his name? Bad Bunny. He's playing the Super Bowl. Yeah. I see that I'm winning tomorrow. I'm tying the series of 1. It'll come down to game 3. Sometimes the manager can put them in a better position. What do you mean, Stefan? What are you trying? I don't. What are you asking? Sometimes he can put him in a worse position. Yeah, I don't think Alonso's coming back to the Mets either, nor should he. Bad Bunny, yeah, that's big time for the Super Bowl. Big time. That's big time right there. Gets rid of ties in NFL season. What do you mean, Yassine? I don't. What do you mean? Oh, tie games? Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. We got to see how Jackson Dart does without neighbors now. That's a tough blow for the Giants. 6-0 Dodgers. Look at that. Hmm. Bad Bunny's going to bring it on the Super Bowl, Sunil. He's going to bring it. Like a squeeze one. That's on players. That's not a manager. That's on players. But Yankees have to put themselves in a position to do a squeeze one and move runners over and all that stuff. And you also have to see, like, their catcher has a gun. Alex Bregman's an elite defender at third base, so placing it. No, this is gonna be a banger halftime show. Who would you rather have it, Rob? Who would you rather have at halftime? Why is it a horrible choice? What's good? The Yankees aren't in a slump. They lost one game. They just won 8 games before this. They just happened to face the Cy Young Award winner today. So, and the bullpen blew it, and the bats didn't do anything. So, it's not really in a slump. If you can't use it, well, exactly. And people want Bochy, he won't be able to use them either. I know. Planet Mag is outraged that Bad Bunny is on the Super Bowl. They hate it. Metallica will. Yeah, those guys slay. Those guys kill it. Tay Tay played a couple years ago, didn't she? I think. Well, they're not pissed off at that. They're pissed off because he's critical of the president. Openly, publicly critical of the president. Huh. But I'm guessing partly is because he's having Spanish too, but he would do both, I'm guessing. Yeah, well, Kendrick, I remember that too. Yeah, yeah. We swept the White Sox, didn't we? Yeah, we swept the White Sox and the Orioles. Jay-Z's in charge. All right, there you go. Poison and Brett Michaels. He bring back the '80s cats right there. '80s. Damn. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they didn't come through today. Their bats were impatient. They were impatient in the ninth inning. Our first three guys got on base. Right? Boom, boom, boom. And the next three guys. Two strikeouts and a pop up. And that's it. I don't know, Yassine. I'm not sure if it's all about home runs in a postseason. The approach has to be different. We might face a lefty again on Thursday. So there's a good chance we'll face a lefty on Thursday. Yeah. Last concert I saw was Bruno Mars. Oh, I don't know. But it's going to be Cam Schiller for the Yankees. We know that already. Red Sox, I don't know. Don't care. Left-handed rookie at Peyton Tolle. Yeah. Oh, that's what they've been using a lot more of since they got these guys. Caballero and Rosario, since he's got these guys here, they've been using their speed and contact much more often. Yeah. All hands and then some on deck tomorrow. Everybody in their mother's playing. Everybody. It's go time tomorrow, man. It's go time. Yeah. Yeah, let the Dodgers go ahead. Yeah. We'll see if they keep doing it or they shoot their load tonight and stink tomorrow. I don't know. Fish. Teoscar. Teoscar's got two. Okay. Edmonds got one. Teoscar's got two home runs. All right. Brandon's good. Wrapping this up in a second, too. Yes, indeed. It's one day. It's one day. I don't know if we've never faced them before. Snell's being efficient. Go look at that. And tomorrow's probably gonna be Yamamoto, so they're gonna have a tough go tomorrow too. If I was in a bar fight, what current Yankee player would bring it to a bar fight? None of them. I don't want them to get into a bar fight. You see, I don't want any of those guys to get hurt. I wouldn't want them to get hurt. Yeah, we hit Bella pretty good last time. Yep. Tomorrow's another day, Brandon. Tomorrow's another day. Nothing we can do now. Just got to bring it tomorrow. All right? It is what it is. So we're going to shake it off tomorrow. Got to shake it off. Yeah, let's get the ball in the freaking. Just get some base hits tomorrow. Banter's always welcome here, Steph. I don't block people for banter. Other channels do. I don't block people for banter. No. Avoid the double plays, right? So let's go get some rest, folks. Go enjoy your night. Tomorrow's another day. And Rodon's on the mound tomorrow. So once the lineup comes out, I'll get it to you. If anything else comes out, I'll get it to you too. Have a great night. Peace and love to all of you, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.